let's go and see how the internet did react to the game yesterday. Starting off with the Spurs Express, bringing up what we have already talked about, but let's give it one more go. The Spurs Express saying, no Premier League player has more goal contributions after coming on as a sub this season than Brennan Johnson, who has 6, making an impact.
And which is, I think, why his role has been so important off the bench this season, is because he just offers such a different kind of threat with his pace off the bench. Not only stretching defenders and going on the outside and making different kind of runs to the likes of like Kulusevski does on the right-hand side, but also making those runs to the back post. He just makes his defender work a lot. And especially when he's coming on against tired legs, it's very difficult for those defenders to deal with that. So that's why I think he's been so effective coming off the bench this season.
Yeah, absolutely. This from Spurs Kings TV. Big up Marlon, was in the studio yesterday. I think the guy's got, 100% record in the studio.
Yeah,
so
bring him in every game.
I think we might have to make him a permanent fixture here in the studio by Marlon. But he says, I mentioned this on We Are Tottenham yesterday with Barnaby Slater, but not sure which one was closer, Johnson or Lamela. If you make these pictures a bit bigger, and maybe we can have a bit of discussion, which one was actually closer.
So this one is Lamela's.
This one was Lamela's. Against Watford, and this one was Brennan Johnson.
Oh my God, what's closer? I think Johnson's is closer, you know?
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so, just.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Just.
You're talking about millimetres here.
Literally. And you know what's mad as well, with that chance? So it's rolling across the line. It then hits the inside of the post and actually moves towards the goal before Doughty is able to clear it. So it's literally... And you think it can't get any more in. It then does go a tiny bit more in, and somehow it's not a goal. I mean, I don't know how that happened, but that was one of two, like 1 in a million things that happened yesterday.
Yeah. No context, Tottenham. This is Gareth Johnson.
I
mean, he needs to bulk up a little bit, but
well, we got to remember Bale at his age. Well, not his age actually. Maybe
not
a bit younger.
Age,
maybe a bit younger. At his age, he was getting offers from Madrid, I think. But Bale was also a bit, scrawny and stuff. But then that's when he really came into his own, when he started getting strong, and like all of a sudden players couldn't bully him, and then he always had that quality about him, didn't he? So I do think actually Brennan's pretty broad. I don't think he's weak.
He's not broad, but I mean, Bale was just a specimen, wasn't he? Of a physicality.
He wasn't always, though.
No, not always, but I'm saying when he got into...
Yeah. If Brennan gets to that kind of level, then we'll see. But I do think Brennan's quite broad, actually, because he's quite tall. So I think if he adds a bit more muscle, then he's going to be hard to stop.
Carly T says, the evil spirit of Conte kept this one out.
The evil spirit of Conte. Look, I don't know how that didn't go in. I think it does take a slight deflection off the defender, but incredible how that didn't go in. It was mad.
Football on TNT Sports says most goal contributions in the Premier League this season. Ollie Watkins 26, Mo Salah 24, well 25 now because he's just scored, and Heung-min Son 23. Yeah,
it just shows how effective he's been. One of the best players in the league. Wouldn't be surprised if he's top of that chart come the end of the season. But he's had an incredible season, Sonny, and especially as well, he missed a month through the Asia Cup as well. So you got to take that into account. What a season he's having.
Do you think right now, as it stands, if the season finished tomorrow, team of the year, this should be the front three?
Watkins, Salah, Son. Yeah, I do.
Without Erling Haaland. Even though Erling Haaland's top goal scorer in the league.
Yeah, but he's not as good. I don't think he's done as much. The fact that he's got 18 goals and he's not near the top of that goal contributions tells a bit of a story for me about Haaland. As much as I think he's amazing right now, it would be, but if Haaland goes on to score like, I don't know, nearly 30, then you obviously got to put him in there.
Yeah, and at the expense of who? Watkins.
Probably Watkins. Depends if Watkins ends up with like 40 goal contributions, he probably has to be there.
Yeah. So at the expense of who then?
No one. Doesn't get in there then.
Alistair Gold says, for a man who was starting in his third match in just over a week and flew back across the world, Son in the 86th minute picked up the ball in his own box, sprinted up the field, played Timo Werner down the left, ran into the other penalty area to fire Johnson's layoff captain.
Yeah, and I couldn't put it better myself than Ali Gold put it there. That was such a big moment, and he must have been tired after the international break, and to pull off that lung bursting run and not just pull it off, but have the quality with that moment as well was a very special moment for Sonny, and that's just why he's got that mentality.
Next up, George says, the grass ain't always greener. This is Harry Kane after losing 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund yesterday. And now you've got one job left to do, Harry. You've got one job, and that is to knock Arsenal out of the Champions League. But realistically, if you wanted just to beat Arsenal, you could have just stayed.
Looks like, that what's his name, Tuchel. He said the league's over after yesterday. He conceded. So Harry Kane, I can't believe he's gone to Bayern. He ain't going to win the league, but you can see in that expression there, he looks a bit embarrassed, doesn't he? But I wouldn't say the grass is always greener because we're fifth. It's not like we're winning the league, but if he would have stayed, if he would have stayed, it could have been a different story.
Yeah. Zara says Sonny with Timo and Radu, and
love that.
Sonny just messing up Timo's hair, and then a nice little hug to Radu as well.
Yeah, Sonny just gets on with everyone. We know that. He's such a great captain, and I love the appreciation showing for Radu after the game as well. Lovely moment.
Tottenham Korea tweeting out the players with their celebration. I love these celebrations coming in through the tunnel. Vicario obviously going mad. Richarlison, loving life. Who we got next? Destiny with a fist pump.
This is Pedro Porro.
He does the same thing every time, Pedro.
Gio, come on. I like seeing Gio happy. He deserves a bit of appreciation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Pup, so with Bentancur.
Timo just does nothing.
Radu just walks smile
past as well.
The classic wink from Brennan.
And the wink is becoming a bit iconic.
It's an iconic Brennan wink. Go on, Brennan.
This is from lovely Sonny, and this is Vicario after Sonny scored. Look at that passion.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I love Vicario's celebrations. He just leaves it all out there, doesn't he?
He does.
I'm surprised he's not absolutely knackered after those celebrations.
He probably was. Lovely Sonny. This was after he scored that hug with Romero. This is also becoming a bit iconic, this Romero and Sonny hug.
Oh, can't get enough of it. Big up to those two.
Lee McQueen on X. Big up Lee, and he says Son has scored 15 Premier League goals and 8 assists, and he missed 3 Premier League games at the Asia Cup. Our captain.
Yeah, what a season he's having, and what a legend. Absolutely.
Did he only miss 3? Well, he missed a few cup games as well.
He missed 2 cup games, yeah.
Okay. And Tula says, so proud of each and every fan who turned their backs. We go again. And obviously this is about a protest in the stadium yesterday where on the 65th minute, I'd say like a big percentage of the South Stand stood up and turned their backs to the ground. Luckily we had screens on in the background so we could see what was going on the pitch, because there was a chance that was happening towards the end of the 65th minute. But I thought good work from the Spurs fans standing up for the senior citizens of Spurs.
Yeah, and I think it was a good protest. I think it was well received in the ground. I think that you got to big up to everyone who organised it at Save Our Seniors as well. You can go give them a follow, and hopefully the club take notice of that, because I think it's what they're doing with the senior season tickets are a disgrace, to be honest, with the concessions. Yeah, agreed. Spurs Global tweeting out, and Spurs also tweeted this out yesterday. Adam Sandler at the game yesterday, star-studded event. I don't know what Adam Sandler and Spurs have in connection. Maybe it's just the Jewish connection. He's a Yid, exactly. Come on, he's a big Spurs fan.
Hotspur reports Heung-min Son on becoming Spurs' joint 5th all-time record goal scorer. It's a huge honour to be part of this conversation, but for me, the most important thing is the team is getting more successful rather than my individual stats, and that is a leader once again. Of course, he's such a team player, Sonny. He never wants to talk about himself. It's all about the team, and that's what he's all about, Sonny. You know when he does want to talk about himself when it's like kind of negative, when he puts himself in it with the other people as well, which is shows how selfless he actually is. Next up, Sonny says, Heung-min Son, you worked hard. Let's take a shower and get some rest.
I think we can all agree, Sonny needs some rest. Rest up for Tuesday, because we're going to need him.
And let's go and have a look at that iconic Brennan Johnson wink one more time. He
knows how he performed on the pitch, but he wasn't winking at Morpie this time, I don't think so.
This is Heung-min Son after the game giving his post-match review, and it's from Son_Way, and the tweet is translated, I have to repeat bok 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 50,000 times. I'm not sure what he's alluding to.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure I don't know what it means, but look, you gave a great interview, I'm sure.
Yeah. Holly Agombar says, I remember seeing him score his first goal at the Lane in the flesh. Incredible servant.
I was there as well.
Who was it against?
Crystal Palace.
What was the score?
It was his first home game. It was 1-0. He scored the winner back in 2015. And now look at him, 160 goals later. 160
goals. So the only players that have scored more than him, and Martin Chip is 174, which you would imagine by next season he should be above that. Bobby Smith 208, Jimmy Greaves 266, and Harry Kane 280. By the end of his Spurs career, where do you think he ends up?
Definitely in the top 3. Actually, definitely in the top 3. That's a big ask. 4-2, because he has 48 goals. Definitely in the top 4.
If he stays 3 more seasons,
then he'll be in the top. Then he can be in the top 3, I think.
And I think he will stay 3 more seasons.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Greaves is going to be a bit too much.
Yeah,
I think top 3. I'm going to go top 3.
Bobby Smith. Yeah, I agree with that. Sonny showing his love for a little intruder onto the pitch yesterday, and I thought that was lovely because this little kid darted out from the south stand during the game yesterday, and you got all these stewards running after him, and then he tries to approach Sonny, and like Sonny kind of just goes up to him, shakes him on the head, and go, "You naughty boy!"
Lovely moment for Sonny. But the kid would love having his hair ruffled by Sonny. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and if you look at the tweet that's been quoted as well, just show those pictures. I thought they're lovely pictures as well.
Don't think Sonny felt he was going to be in danger after that.
Yeah. Next up is Football Confidential. Full-time, Tottenham 2, Luton 1. Spurs now just 8 points off the top with a home tie against the temporary leaders to come.
Come on.
And everyone remembers that tweet. Harry Kane.
We're chasing him down. Liverpool are still winning, but Brian can turn it around. Come on.
Sonny 07 with the tweet. Look at that passion from Heung-min Son with watered eyes emojis.
Unbelievable.
Oh, this was a funny one from yesterday. Calvin Phillips, this is not Spurs related, but I thought I'd bring it in anyway. Calvin Phillips is not in a good place. West Ham fans were shouting criticism of him, and look at that reaction from Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, they were shouting he's useless, and then that is not a good look, especially when you're on loan at a club. You want to impress and you want to earn a permanent move, and you're doing shit like that. That's, is that it for Calvin? Could he ever come back from that? He just has to play well, I guess.
Yeah,
I felt bad for him because I didn't think there was a penalty against him, and maybe he's been blamed for that. But
but he came on at 3-1 up.
Yeah, that doesn't look good either. That doesn't look good either.
He came on at 3-1 up. They lose 4-3.
But if let's say this was Spurs fans, I wouldn't like that.
No, I wouldn't like that. No, it's as a professional, you can't be doing that. You can't be holding yourself in a professional standpoint. And I saw a funny tweet from a West Ham fan during the game, and it was like tongue in cheek, obviously, but he said, "Calvin Phillips coming on, West Ham are 3-1 up, final result 4-3 to Newcastle." Brilliant. He called it.
Unbelievable.
Carly T next up. Carly on You Spurs says Sonny hitting both posts. This was brilliant. Did you see this yesterday?
No, it's brilliant.
It was in the Rangers game.
Literally, pretty much the same chance of happening.
Boom.
Brilliant.
Axel THFC next up says 25 games, 15 goals, 8 assists. Heung-min Son, our captain. Unbelievable goal return. Unbelievable.
Yeah, incredible.
Next up again, Carly T. Oh, we'll go past that one actually. Blue Deer says Maddison hits Sonny and Sonny touches Mickey's head. You guys are so annoying.
I love that. Look at that hit by Maddison. I love it. It's like, you bastard, what a goal. And Mickey.
They always seem to have that kind of thing on the bench, don't they, Maddison and Sonny? Yeah. When we were up there on that side of the pitch in the Crystal Palace game, we saw it kind of firsthand.
Yeah,
didn't we?
We've got a little really great bromance going on.
ABY says when the own goal was scored, Sonny got the ball straight away to start again and was encouraging the team. He's the best captain.
Yeah, he doesn't celebrate equalisers, Sonny. He only celebrates winners.
And Harry Kane was similar as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about.
THFC report next up says, look at Radu Dragusin. I don't know what he's doing.
I think this is probably when the clubbing music was on. He's having a bit of a dance. He's getting into it. So he's enjoying his moment. He got a win. Come on.
Nice one. Sonny says, they let this man stand there and get interviewed with a bug crawling on his face.
Yeah, I think there is something there, isn't there, on his forehead? I don't know, is it a spider or something? No one had the wherewithal to brush it off his face.
And there's also a patch on his cheek as well.
No, it's definitely a bug. You can see it crawl from his hair down to his forehead.
It's hilarious.
Oh, God. How did no one stop that happening? Come on.
Digital Spurs saying, flew across the ocean and got to see the Sonny winner. This is what it's all about. And that is in reply to Isaac Kim's, when you see something deeply emotional flows forth. You love deeply, something emotional flows forth. And look at that. He's got a tear in his eye.
Oh, I think we all feel that when we see Sonny on the pitch scoring goals.
Absolutely.
How can you not?
Next up is Zara saying, same, sir, same.
Yeah, I wonder what Son is saying to the ref here. What do you reckon he's saying?
It was over the line, guys. Come on.
Come on. Maybe the technology didn't work. You saw it. You saw over the line. You give the goal. Come on. Love it.
Simon Yemeni saying everything with a heart emoji, and that is Heung-min Son. I mean, so much love coming to Heung-min Son, and quite rightly so. Interlude Sonny says, maybe life is worth living after all.
When he nearly gave up, after all the Fulham game. But now he's starting to reconsider that. Love it.
Next one from Zara, another clip of the pitch intruder with Sonny. If you just show that video on Big, and you can see he does a great... Nearly got away from that steward, and then Sonny goes to embrace him. A lovely moment.
Worth it. Just for that little hair scruff.
100%. Son 23-24 versus Harry Kane 22-23. Stats in 26 games. Son 26 games, 15 goals, 8 assists. Kane 26 games, 22 goals, 2 assists. One less goal contribution, but Spurs fans will tell you Son isn't our most important player. I mean, which Spurs fan will say that?
Maybe last season, I don't know, but people wouldn't say that. But he's definitely our most important player now, that's for sure. But it's mad to think about because Kane had a mad season last year. He got 30 Premier League goals in the end, and he had an incredible season. But and we're seeing here with Son only one less goal contribution at this point.
Again, another clip of Sonny and this little kid that did the. Run onto
one
the
of
pitch.
the features of yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. He's absolutely the best human and captain is what the tweet says. And yeah, absolutely right. Next one is Football Confidential. This was the incident from earlier after Brennan Johnson's shot was cleared off the line and no goal was given. But did it cross the line? Did technology fail? I mean, from that angle, it does.
No, from that angle,
it doesn't look like it's over the line.
But the other angle, I don't know if it was edited, but that definitely looks like a goal from the other angle. But this angle, that's pretty definitive that it wasn't over the line.
Yeah.
But the thing is, from that angle, it goes on to hit the post and go further in. It does.
It goes further in than that?
Yeah, it goes further in because it hits the inside of the post and goes a slightly bit further in before Doughty clears it.
Do you think technology failed then?
No, I don't. I'm just saying that's how close it was to going in because it slightly touched even further towards the goal and it still remained out.
Spurs Express saying Timo Werner on Instagram saying great win, great atmosphere, on to the next one.
Good for him.
Big up to Timo. This is from SVR saying Papa Lolo, Papa Kuti and Uncle Sonny to Luca and Valentino. We're a big family. I'm not sure who. Oh, Lucia and Valentino must be.
Yeah, they're all waving at their they're waving at their families and stuff. Yeah. That was a lovely moment at the end of the game. They all got together. That's lovely.
And then Spurs obviously tweeting that out as well. 100 appearances in the Spurs shirt for Giovanni Lo Celso. Again, this is the Big Vic celebration. I mean, we can watch that time and time again. Lovely stuff. Look at this picture of Heung-min Son. Basically, the camera just can't catch him because he's too fast.
Yeah, even at 31, he's still got that speed, doesn't he? And he showed that in the 85th minute.
Yeah. XG Philosophy saying Tottenham 3.26 with 2 goals, Luton 0.46 with 1 goal in the game yesterday.
Yeah, and I think that displays how dominant we were, and we should have easily scored a lot more than 2, in my opinion.
Pedro Porro tweeted out saying 3 points back in North London, no better feeling, and that passion showing through once again.
Yeah, big up Porro.
Tottenham saying job done with Rishi and Sonny in the thick of the celebrations yesterday after that goal.
Great picture. Yeah, and Rishi, we didn't mention Rishi. He had a nice little cameo as well. Like, didn't do anything brilliantly when it comes to attacking wise, but just
energy levels, wasn't it?
Holding the ball up, making Luton foul him and things like that, just getting the 3 points over the line.
Yeah. Sung Mo Lee saying, am I the only one who thinks this is wrong, that the goal doesn't count? You're probably not the only one, but unfortunately I don't think...
When it happens to Spurs, it's wrong. Yeah. For sure.
Squawker saying Tottenham have now 4 players with 7+ assists in the Premier League this season. Son with 8, Maddison, Porro and Brennan all with 7. No other side in the competition has more than 2.
Really? Wow. That goes to show we're sharing it around a lot. Everyone's providing. I love that.
That's 160 and counting. That's the image that we did bring to you before. And is that all we have today?
That's all.
Yeah, that is all we have to you today. So that is how the internet did react to the game. But let's all end here and let's go cheer on Man City for later.
Come on, City.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.